Parliament, Rebecca Kadaga, has been sworn in as Woman MP for Kamuli District on the second day of the week-long Better Services. However, she also maintained her stance in seeking the speakership of the 11th Parliament. Among the notables, controversial Tororo County MP in the 9th Parliament, Geoffrey Kanya from the FDC, who unsat incumbent Annette Nyakecho, who was running as an independent, and the queue went on and in sequence. Let's take a look at the highlights.
I, Rebecca Kadaga, swear in the name of the Almighty God that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Republic of Uganda, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. So help me God. There are many things we agreed to do. There are things they talked to me during the campaign. Issues of increasing the number of technical schools in the district, increasing the water. I've already been doing the water issues. I'm supposed to ensure there is a solar lighting in all the trading centers in the district, and of course to improve on girl child education. The next step is to put in my request, put in my notice for the speakership. Yes, that's the next step.
When will this be?
We have time. You will hear when I've done it. Yes.
What is your promise to the newly elected members of Parliament if you're given the mandate again as their speaker?
We shall continue to work on improving the facilities at Parliament. In 2 years' time, this building should be ready so that we have somewhere to sit. If the COVID pandemic ends, we shall be able to sit comfortably inside a chamber seating 600 people. We are also working on the issues of office accommodation. We are going to improve on the committee system to see how we can be more efficient. Yeah.
I want to take this opportunity to thank my people for having voted me back to the 11th Parliament. I'm so grateful. I look forward to working for them, delivering services and lobbying from government what I can so that I can deliver to my people. Thank you very much.
There's a lot that now we bring in. It was an opportunity for me to reflect and engage in the private sector, engage in civil society, and work with the family. But the challenge ahead is still quite tough. This moment, our commitment is to really, as opposition, is to design a new framework so that we can move this country forward.
Meanwhile, Minister for Kampala Capital City, Kampala Affairs, Betty Amongi, has pledged commitment, hard work and delivery to the of services to the people of Oyam South constituency. Among was speaking at a Thanksgiving ceremony for having won the position, sworn in rather, as MP for Oyam South constituency. She thanked her supporters for voting her.
Oyam North, Lira. I want to thank you, the people of Oyam South, for the great work you undertook to return me to Parliament. Thank you. So the people of Oyam South, the work for delivering continues today. The work that we have been doing begins today. And let no one think that they are coming 2026.
Over time, I've learned a bit of restraint, and I've learned there's a bigger goal. And Uganda is much bigger than all of us. So on that basis, let us work together, let us work for unity, and let us make sure that we work for better Uganda.
Thank you, honorable members, for a job well done. You have made us proud. Thank you very much. This was a very difficult campaign, full of challenges, but I'm glad you managed to win, and today you have been sworn in as members of Parliament.
Now, the Ugandan contingent serving under African Union mission in Somalia, AMISOM, has begun COVID-19 vaccination for its military and police personnel in the mission. Government of Uganda delivered 6,500 doses of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine to supplement vaccines received from the FGS under the COVAX program, which was administered to their healthcare workers and the vulnerable groups. At a short ceremony before the troops were vaccinated on Monday in Mogadishu, the AMISOM Uganda contingent commander, Brigadier General Don Nabasa, urged the soldiers to step forward and ensure that they all get vaccinated. The AMISOM military Chief of Operations, Colonel Alan Kalanzi, welcomed the steps taken by the government of Uganda, which will complement efforts by AMISOM to contain the spread of the virus. The Deputy Commander of the AMISOM Uganda contingent, Colonel John Winston Mogara, admitted that the coronavirus outbreak had to an extent impact on military operations and a swift intervention was necessary. The commanding officer of the AMISOM Level 2 Hospital in Mogadishu, Captain Dr. Gideon Nwagira, reiterated that the vaccinations would boost efforts to contain the COVID-19 outbreak. The Uganda contingent of AMISOM is responsible for securing in Sector 1. This covers the Lower Shabelle region, which includes Halane Base Camp in Mogadishu.
I'm grateful that I'm among the first beneficiaries of this exercise, and indeed I'm grateful that I'm now vaccinated against this disease, this invisible enemy. I encourage all of my colleagues we are serving with here in AMISOM, all the personnel within Sector 1, which is the Ugandan sector in the AMISOM, to take this job.
Now that I've taken the COVID vaccine, I'm so grateful to the AMISOM leadership and leadership of our country, Uganda, for having provided us this.
Meanwhile, government of Uganda has been called upon to renationalize the country's main electricity distributor, Umeme, in order to improve transparency and supply in the electricity sector. This was unveiled at the release of the Promoting Transparency and Decent Work in Supply Chains in Electricity, Water and Waste Services in Sub-Saharan Africa report by Public Service International in Kampala.
What was important here in our finding is that, yes, privatizing the energy sector basically improves the service delivery, but we realized that there was an element of the social sector that was missing, and this rendered basically the operation not to be as effective as expected. What affects their function is basically the corruption and lack of transparency. And this lack of transparency has made the public not to trust the functioning of these public-private partnerships.
We are forgetting one thing. There's a clear correlation between access to electricity and just transition and climate change. Because if electricity is quite expensive, I'll go for kerosene. What is the implication of that to the climate itself? That's why we want to encourage the government. Well, I know people might be thinking, let's give them a second chance. Not when it comes to social services. Where is the trade-off between social good and profit maximization?
Well, with that, let's take a quick break. We'll return with more details.
It's no secret that ICT makes learning easy.
The strides made in our field couldn't be possible without it.
And now we can watch our favorite show.
My radio is my best friend.
UCC provides an enabling regulatory environment and policy guidance for healthy competition. We also facilitate ease of doing business in the communications sector through licensing, standardization, spectrum management, tariff regulation, rural communication development, and consumer empowerment. An informed consumer is an empowered consumer. UCC supports local content and innovations. Driving the development of a robust communication sector in Uganda is Uganda Communications Commission.
Has anyone seen Bob?
Over here!
How did you get in there?
With my Airtel Money MasterCard.
But you don't even have a bank account.
Well, it's not a card. It's virtual, so no plastic, and it's safer.
But what are you doing there?
I want to buy Nancy a birthday gift, book my flight tickets, renew my Big Click subscription, and order a shipment.
The Airtel Money MasterCard. It's not a card, but works just like one. Get one on the Airtel Money menu on your phone.
Echa COVID-19 chijja kugwa. If we get vaccinated now, observe social distancing, wear masks properly, sanitize or wash our hands with soap and water regularly. Together we can defeat this enemy.
Has anyone seen Bob?
Over here!
How did you get in there?
With my Airtel Money MasterCard.
But you don't even have a bank account.
Well, it's not a card. It's virtual, so no plastic, and it's safer.
But what are you doing there?
I want to buy Nancy a birthday gift, book my flight tickets, renew my Big Click subscription, and order a shipment.
The Airtel Money MasterCard. It's not a card, but works just like one. Get one on the Airtel Money menu on your phone.
The Clerk to Parliament informs all members-elect of the 11th Parliament that the swearing-in and inauguration of the 11th Parliament will take place from Monday 17th to Thursday 20th May 2021 at Parliament from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on all 4 days. Please take note as follows. Check for the date and time allocated on the back of their invitation cards. Members-elect of Parliament should be accompanied by 3 persons only. Members-elect with disabilities will be granted 1 additional person as an aide. The first sitting of Parliament, at which the Speaker and Deputy Speaker will be elected respectively, will take place on Monday 24th May 2021 at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds starting at 10 a.m. All members of Parliament will be required to take a COVID-19 test. Tests will be taken at Parliament on Thursday 20th and Friday 21st May 2021 between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Transport will be provided from Parliament to Kololo and back and will depart from Parliament at 8 a.m. To access Parliament and Kololo, all members-elect are requested to carry their national identity cards. Those without ID cards should carry letters from both police and NERA or the NERA registration slip with any other additional identification card with a photograph. Signed by Clerk to Parliament.
What does it mean to be closer together? It's taking the last bus home for a surprise visit. Closer together is strangers finding a connection. It's bringing home something much more than a box. It's the warmth of home, or the beginning of something new. There's magic in sharing the things that we learn, because it's those things that bring us close together.
Prosper with Airtel Money today. Become an Airtel Money agent. Apply or register today as an Airtel Money agent free of charge, or call us on 0800 327 327 toll free. Submit your business documents to be verified by Airtel Uganda free of charge. Feedback will be communicated within a maximum of 5 working days. The Airtel team will be in touch with you for the next business steps, still at no cost. Inquiries, applications or registrations and verification are all free of charge. To register or know more, call us today on 0800 327 327 toll free. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Hello, welcome back to Lunchtime News. Now on the international scene, a large number of Palestinian families in the Gaza Strip have been forced to flee their homes and are seeking shelter in schools run by the United Nations Relief and Works Agency, UNRWA, as airstrikes and bombings continue between Israel and Hamas-led militant Palestinian groups.